Hey y'all, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Morning. Hopefully you can hear and see me. Okay, good. Sorry, everything is like kind of imploding as I go live, so. Of course. Hey everybody, how are you? Sorry, Of course, everything implodes right as I go live. And I didn't update my mug command. Well, oops. Alright. So how's everyone doing? Sorry for no coffee with Cypher yesterday. I did not feel like it. No worries, Tom. I'm glad you're here. Let me know how audio is, because I'm still trying to figure out a good way to place the mic stand. Hey, Mike and Thrope. Place the mic so it's also just not in my way. Well, the mic is like there. It's not above. I don't know why I'm pointing, because my arm is actually out of the shot. The boom arm is gone. There's a mic stand. So yeah. So what's been going on? I haven't done this in a few days. Mostly because of travel. Hey Solus, how are you? Oh, okay. Is Solus29 your Twitter name as well? Because I'm sorry, you don't sound familiar. Or maybe I know you from Twitter under a different name. So we can start about the bullshit BGN article. So, oh, okay. I was like, dude, who do I know? Go apply for the job, Socks. Do it. So, that article, one, it was a bullshit listicle that they didn't actually check with anyone about. If you look at some of the tweets, and I think Brown Girl Gamer Code talked about it yesterday, and if it looks like I'm not paying attention to the chat, because I'm looking for this tweet. So, I didn't know this existed until Black Girl Gamers tagged me. And I use article very literally. Hey, that girl, Kara, how are you? Sorry, I'm looking for a tweet so I can give some context. But also, Andy. So for those that do want to see the article, because I'm not going to give it clicks. So that is the article that BGN did listing black women in games that you should pay attention to. And, you know, cool. But you're also a little late. No, they did not, Socks. They didn't check. Well, here's the thing. When you write about someone, normally you ask them, can you do that? Because maybe I don't want a high-profile site to cover me. Just maybe. But Brown Girl Gamer Code was talking about how they had come into her stream and here it is. Just trying to find the link to that tweet. So Brown Girl Gamer Code was talking about it. Again, I didn't know what happened until BGG tweeted at me, and I was like, Mer? I mean, you all were here. Anyone who was here, it was the end of my first stream yesterday. And I'm like, say what? So for me, the problem is, after the fail of FanCon, and if anyone doesn't understand FanCon fail, I can give a very brief explanation of it. But Universal FanCon was the con that was a big-ass con. It was not a convention. It did not happen. They promised over what they did. Oh, I can believe it, Romance. I can totally believe it. And so after that, oh, hey, Hydrated Bot's back. I wonder where it was. Sorry, I'm still a little tired. And I know Deacon felt away. The fuck is this? Sorry, ever since this music thing popped up, I am now finding music I actually like and will get the channel. Right sucks. Hey Zach, good morning. I'm being salty, so good morning. How is everyone? But let's talk about good journalistic practices after I talk about FanCon. So basically this con overpromised, oversold. And they then, so when it failed, basically they couldn't pay the hotel, they couldn't pay a bunch of folks. And so the hotel was like, you ain't paid us, room block, dunzo. And so people found out when they got the email from the Hyatt or Hilton in Baltimore, like, sorry, you ain't got a room. And people are like, what? What you mean I don't have a room? And so they were like, you don't have a room because this event ain't happening. And people were like, what? And so it turned into this whole thing. They basically earned enough money. If anyone wants to see it, Wing Linus has it. Feel free. Is the Vulture the one that actually talked about it fairly? Because there were a couple real rosy, don't be mad at Jamie Broadnax bullshit pieces of things. And, you know, people were out money. BGG was out money, who wasn't covered in this article, by the way. You know, people either had to eat the plane costs, everything else, or still go and basically go for no reason to Baltimore for a few days. I didn't go because I couldn't afford it. And people were really nice and were like, no, that's bullshit. So I got my flight costs back. But not everybody was that lucky. Let's be real. And so it was just a landslide from there because it turned into... Oh yeah, okay, go ahead. Because I wasn't sure. Because there were a couple like, oh my god, we were victims too. Bullshit. And it went from, we were victim, like, I'm not a co-founder. I'm a member, volunteer, whatever. To trying to basically blame the community, the non-existent community, for not coming through and buying tickets. They overextend themselves for a first-year event. Then blame the community. Most of us are poor, people of color, queer, etc. Conventions ain't cheap to attend or to put on. None of them knew how to put on a convention. None of them knew what they were doing. And it was a thing. So, all of this trickles down ever since this didn't happen in April of just this year. And, you know, and then there was a whole different Black Girl Nerd site where suddenly everyone's bylines are gone, replaced by guest blogger. And it turns into a thing, and they're like, "Oh, well, it was a mistake." No, it wasn't a mistake. And I have my ADHD is to blame. It was like every reason under the sun why this could not be someone's fault. And everybody pulled all their stuff. I know Deacon like fought to get her image off and everything else. And other folks were like having their dreams shattered because, oh my God, how could black girl nerds fail us like this? Don't put your heroes on pedestals, for one thing. So life went on. Most of us, the occasional article popped up, the fail of FanCon. Most of us moved on. Yesterday, as I'm ending the stream, I noticed a tweet because I'm looking for someone to host. Of BGD talking about, congratulations on being in this article. I'm like, what? What article? What? And I look, and it's basically a listicle. Now let's see if I'm still on here. Yep, I'm still listed in there. Again, this is basically all stuff they've pulled off social media. And they don't have my Twitter handle, my Patreon link. They don't have nothing. And also, maybe, what if I didn't want to be out there as queer? Maybe, because, note, there's nothing about it in my, some of my profiles. Maybe I didn't want to be noted as queer in this thing. Yes, Zach, that's what it was supposed to be, more or less. Then they blame the community for not buying enough tickets when they overshot their Kickstarter twice and sold tickets. No one has gotten money back. I think except maybe Kayla. And BlurredCon wasn't all that much of a BlurredCon, but that's another story. So I'm still in this article. Nothing about me is linked. Know where to find me. Just an old article I did in Uncanny 2 years ago. Ooh. And notice the ratio on that fucking tweet. And I'm just like, normally they have all kinds of engagement. Nothing. Hey. Right. You would think, well, one, it's standard journalistic practice to go, hey, I'm interested in what you do, what you say. I'd love to write an article. I'd love to interview you. May I have your permission? Do you have time for an interview? What are relevant links? And usually this is a bullshit listicle. So it's bad journalistic practices. It's my guest blogger. It does not actually tell you anything about me except listing, and I'm proud of my canny piece. I am now written for a Hugo Award-winning magazine. I'm in a fucking museum. None of this is mentioned. Granted the museum's in the UK, but still, people live there. I went over there and saw the exhibit. But not that I edited a book, not that I'm in a book that came out yesterday. Not public knowledge, but I've got another chapter in an academic book coming that I can hopefully talk about more in detail soon. None of the recent shit I've done. You linked to a years old article. Well, the idea, and this is what I think it was, is Clarkeisha Kent was talking about and asking for people to watch on Twitch that were not basically racist white boys. And it feels like, oh, that's getting traction. Let us talk about black women in the industry. Except of the people in that list, I'm the only one actually in the industry that I know of. And that's not throwing shit at nobody else. It's just, I think I'm the only one on that list that is actually in the industry. They don't mention my podcast I did. They mention there's no link to game devs and others so people can go buy it. Or that I have the scholarship program. But again, I'm the only person that they note is queer. So maybe you just outed me. Hey, Zavava. Right, like they mentioned the dudes in the cookout at the end. Oh, and they got links at the end. Oh, and so here's the thing. I thought Jamie was stepping down from Black Girl Nerds. And it's like, if you're interested in having your work highlighted, contact Jamie at Black Girl Nerds to be a guest blogger. They don't pay people. I repeat, they don't pay people. Oh, so Savava yesterday, toward the end of the stream, I got hip to an article I was profiled in that no one asked me about. They didn't really. They just included I Need Diverse Games. They note the book that I edited, but don't link to it. Literally, you can. Hey, Llama. Yep, that was them. Black Girl Nerds. And so I'm like, okay. But we gonna have some church about this whole Highlander thing. Because one, they left out Black Girl Gamers. And they've got a huge community on Facebook. Not sure what their Twitter numbers are like. You know, I don't creep on folks like that. But they've got a decent presence. And just nothing. And just so people are aware, I don't rock with the cookout. I don't deal with it because other issues. But they mentioned dudes in the cookout get the information wrong about Brown Girl Gamer. And I'm like, so it's factually incorrect. You include dudes when the title says Black Women in Gaming. And you don't include one of the biggest platforms out there. So, okay. And then other people are like, we always get left off these articles. Other people that shall remain nameless. Are always like, we always get left off of these. And it's like, hey Tito, you're just in time. It's like I summoned you. We're talking about that bullshit BGN article yesterday. Oh yeah, the founder of Black Girl Nerds was one of the co-founders of FanCon. And then she tried to be like, oh, it wasn't me. Look, because so the day that bullshit apology statement came out, I stopped what I was doing, switched the stream, and read that shit. Read it for filth. Because I'm going to be mad about this shit till I die. Article. Yeah, because they mentioned like dudes in the cookout. No, you did not mishear. Solus, you did not mishear. At all. At all. I'm like, because Brown Girl Gamer Code and Denny mentioned that still sucks. You can't contest it. The event didn't happen. Can you contest it? Genki, oh my god, what are you doing? Sorry, Genki was like chewing on a claw and it was really, really loud. God damn sucks. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's talk about the whole Highlander thing. And there can only be one. I know, Tito. I ain't got nothing back. The only reason I didn't lose my flight costs, because actually, Rodimus Prime sent me money, and a few other people sent me money, so I got my flight costs back. Well, and it's hard with Kickstarter, because they basically like, well, you take your chance with Kickstarter, but still. But yeah, let's talk about this whole Highlander effect in Black Nerds' faces. And this, there can only be one, and act like everybody else is just not present. Tito, I'm sure you got thoughts on this. It was more than, it was just a shitty, let's get an article out. Hey, Bok Choy, good morning, how are you? Oh my god, that is so cute. Sorry, I'm all about the cute emotes. I'm on the salt train today, and speaking of petty. So here's the thing, Mike and Thrope. While I've not put together a whole ass convention, I've done enough on a convention that I could have advised, and I offered advice. It was turned down. There was a lot of, I am X person, I know what I'm doing, because I asked more than once, do you all know how to run a convention? What is it you've done? They didn't have an entertainment lawyer look over contracts for talent. They didn't do what the fuck they're supposed to do. I mean, I'm always salty. I think there's even a salt command. See? So this was I think I'm at this tier, I'm better than everyone. Yes, see, we have a salt command. And how dare you plebes not bow down to my greatness, and you didn't support us enough. And that's literally what someone said. They're like, oh, well, sucks to be you, Joe. There's no pepper to be found here. There's grade A Himalayan pink salt on this channel. Right. And they expected people to bail them out at the last minute. So, that is where BGN is tied into FailCon. But this list yesterday. Well, and Mike and Thorpe, here's the worst part. People are still standing for her. Still. Let's be real. I have almost 15,000 Twitter followers. If even a third of those people gave me even $1 a month on Patreon, I'd be doing real good right now. $1, not 5, not 20, not 100. If just a third of my Twitter following supported me on Patreon, I'd be pulling in almost 5,000 a month. Even at just $1 at the I like what you do, here's $1 rate. And combined, they did have a decent Twitter presence. But Parsival thought, yes, I know. There's still a charge. That wasn't the point, Joe. The point is, people thinking social media presence translate to dollars. And that was my example. Right, Bok Choy. I mean, I never made that much. I never will make that much. Yes, Parsival Broadnax. Is that they thought, for real, that their combined, by their social media presence combined, they would make this fucking year one convention that get almost 20,000 people without thinking about, it's April, you're up against PAX, all these other stuff, etc. And no. Let's see. I'm going to go to established convention where I can make money and make deals and have connections and have meetings versus your 1 year we trying to be the persecuted black kids at the end of the table. Nobody likes us because we roll dice or play video games, click. Which one is which? So they didn't think about they're going against an established convention, multiple in that month alone. Um, Look, we all got caught up because I stupidly offered help, so I was stupid too. Um, but the thing of, and what bugs me, and still gonna bug me till I die, is that you blame the community. The community that gave you double what you asked for on Kickstarter, that fucking pumped up this thing. LeVar Burton was so mad he cussed. Y'all made LeVar Burton cuss. Right? And here's the thing. The Wakamikan came together in like 3 days. Right? They made LeVar Burton swear. Reading Rainbow. How do you upset the man who's on Reading Rainbow so much he cusses? Like, LeVar Burton is dad. I would shrivel up and die. I would just curl up and die right there on the spot if LeVar Burton cussed at me. I mean, it wasn't like he had this swear-filled rant, but he did cuss about FanCon. I was like, I would die. I would die. And I'm just like, okay. I quit. Right? Like, how do you fuck up so bad? But before I got on this tangent, we were talking about the whole there can only be one mentality in nerd spaces, or in POC nerd spaces, or specifically black nerd spaces. Because let us talk about this whole, whenever anything black nerd related is mentioned, even if it wasn't in their wheelhouse, somebody tried to bring up black girl nerds. Like gaming. They don't really cover gaming, as evidenced by this bullshit article. Because they basically drove everyone out because they don't pay people. Okay, why are you texting me like 3 days later? You're welcome. Right, but it's like, it's like, so there'd be things where it's like people would bring up black girl nerds and it's like, or tell me, have you heard of them? And I'm like, yes, but they don't cover gaming. And act like it's a big fucking affront if you don't mention them. And I'm like, alright. But also this other tendency I've seen where it's not even warranted, where you're like, right, well, there's a person's name at the beginning of it, Tito. If anybody does want to see it, it's linked in that tweet of Andy's that I put up. Right, Anna? Like, I would disappear. I would become a non-entity. Sorry. Right, we're all non-existent community members. I never bought the shirt, mostly because I just didn't have money because I got screwed over by FanCon. But this idea that there can only be one, there's only one person who is ever part of the community. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. And I have to remember the camera's on. I don't want to like just scratch my nose. And it's like this weird like hierarchy that people impose. And if you don't talk about X person, then it's like, well, what's your problem with them? It's like, everybody doesn't do everything. Like, there's stuff that I do that has no bearing on what other folks do. Like, if you bring up podcasts, what have you, etc. There are folks that act like you're supposed to just bow down to whoever, and I'm like, nah. Because what killed me about that was it's professional jealousy. There is no professional jealousy here because, one, you're not a professional. Um, sorry, I'm also trying to figure out something. Look. So, folks that are watching, what are your thoughts on this? Because be it, when there's a bunch of women together, there's a bunch of queer folks together, there's this hierarchy that's put together by other folks. And sorry for the mess behind me. I just didn't give a fuck about putting up the green screen today. I'm cold, I'm tired, and I'm grumpy. I've got work to do that I don't want to do. So what are your thoughts? I can't just keep running my mouth, or I could start talking about PAX Unplugged. But I'm annoyed. I'm really, really annoyed. They do, Micanthrope, they do. Well, it's like someone just they become that expert. So like, people will come to me as like the diversity expert, but I don't know everything about diversity. I can't speak for anyone who's disabled, transgender, some mental health issues I can talk about, most I can't. And even then, we're not a monolith. My experience as a cis queer black woman doesn't equate to other experiences of other cis queer black women or trans queer black women or just other black women. If someone's dark skinned, light skinned, that affects things, their experiences. So there's this idea that I read this one person, I read this one thing, and therefore I know, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that's not how this works. But that person becomes the expert, the it kid at the moment. And woe to you if you don't fucking fall in line with them. No, Base, this is about that bullshit article that Black Girl Nerds did yesterday highlighting black women in games. Without actually talking to anyone first. Oh, totally salty. Totally. Oh, it is silly as fuck, but it is what it is. So I think sometimes there's a wanting to see knowledgeable aspect. I don't know how to explain it well, but folks want to see what they know what's going on. So Llama, you have hit on a very important thing. There's a lot of people who want to get in on what they perceive is this hot topic at the moment, or they want to talk about how they know too, and they want to bring in their expertise. But those are people that usually don't know shit. They just want to look like they know something and get a piece of the pie. Right, but a lot, Joe, and this is not the spot to talk about who cares about color. There's a lot to care about. Yes, we all have red blood, but race matters, because race affects everything. Okay, that's cool to you. I don't get that privilege. Hey, Timon. So, Salty said, I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything because low-key new to all this as far as who's doing what and so on. I don't like the Highlander stuff because not everyone's going to vibe the same way about everything. So, here's the thing, Salty. Whether we like it or not, there's always going to be a hierarchy. And this is the imposed hierarchy other people do. Like, I did not ask to be put in a position of I'm seen as an expert. I will tell you in a hot fucking minute, I don't know X, Y, or Z. But people will come to me as an expert. So cool. If I can help you, I will help you. Great. If not, I'm going to try to send you to someone who does. But there's a lot of people who won't do that. There's a lot of people who will just go, yeah, let me tell you about this thing when they don't know shit. They go Google some stuff. Or the people... Exactly, Solus. That is very poignant. All right, well, Joe, this may be a point where you need to listen more than try to contribute, because a lot of what many of us deal with in this chat, and me, as a black chick in this country, in the U.S., my race very much matters, and the country does not. Yeah, so can someone put Cyril Joe in a corner for 10 minutes so you can think about his choices? Socks, if you would do the honors. Thank you. And that's the way it should be, Timon. But I have black friends now. Not here. Not today. Because look, I don't even have anything in my coffee. Y'all are going to make me go put something in my coffee before 10 a.m. So, what were we talking about before we got derailed by that bullshit? And how are you, Timon? Yes, an expert. So there's folks I see on Twitter all the time that, you know, when you're like, if Socks is talking about trans issues, or anyone else that I follow is talking about trans issues, and if I, as a cisgender person, try to hop into that conversation with my, but you see, what had happened was, and well, actually, in science, and blah, 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 that's me trying to be an expert on shit I don't know about. Or the people that always want to come into my conversations when I'm talking with other people of color, other queer folks, other pick slices of identity, and give me their expertise. Or the person who they've done one panel because someone else asked them, they've never submitted a panel in their life, and they want to tell me about public speaking, or my favorite, someone wants to come and try to tell me about my tone. It has happened, it does happen to me a lot. Like on Twitter, when I get very angry, when I get very salty, I should be writing some tabletop stuff. Am I doing it? No. I'm here with you all, but I'll be writing later, hopefully. The sad thing is I can't write it on stream because it is NDA stuff. So, Bokchoy, I think, well, before I actually met you at TwitchCon, and this may have happened a while ago, I forget what I was talking about, but someone decided, if you were just nicer to people, they would listen, and I was like, you can go fuck off. Yeah, Bokchoy, yeah. I didn't even get a chance to say anything. Everyone else was like, did you? Hi, Ms. Benita. So, the thing is, everyone has some expertise in something. But the way in which you put that expertise forth, is a difference. When you posit yourself as the only one, thus being the Highlander, that's the problem, because everyone has different levels of expertise. Like, if I was writing a game, for instance, or I was talking about gaming and there's a trans character, I would go to someone who's trans, like, hey, not my wheelhouse, what's your take on this? And may I include it in what I wrote? I mean, that's legit, Socks. Hey, Mandy. Tito, you have the most trash food opinions of anyone I follow on Twitter, but I still like you. As you always start in fights over food. No. Oh, are they whispering you? Can you ban them then, Socks? Thanks, Socks. And if they keep whispering you, Bokchoy, please report them. Hey, Trom. I love you, but your food opinions, don't be hurt. We still love you. Just you and your food opinions. We had a I don't see color. Everyone bleeds red blood type in the chat. Yes, loving food counts. I'm just fucking with you, Tito. You know, we adore you. Oh, that's legit. Yeah, because we were talking about, like, the Highlander and all this other stuff. Damn, I'm out of coffee. Hey, Acidic. Alright. Alright, hang on for a second. I'm just going to turn the camera off while I get some coffee rather than putting the whole BRB up. So hang out for a second. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Alright, I'm just going to turn the cam off while I get some more coffee, BRB. I don't have a love command, I do have a hype command, bok choy. So yeah, hang out for a split second while I just pour more coffee. And welcome, Cidic, thank you for the sub. Alright. Sorry about that. There we go. But yeah, this whole... I called the Highlander effect. Ooh, mac and cheese sounds so good, actually. Oh no, you're homesick. I'm so sorry, Anna. Oh no. Mac and cheese with bacon, though. Oh, damn. Bronchitis. Can we get some love in the chat for Anna, please? Genki even said hi. Oh, I'm so sorry, Anna. Mac and cheese. I don't have any bacon. I was like, could I make that after stream, but I don't have any bacon. Oh, my other favorite thing is for those of you that I have on Facebook, the comment I got about, can you sue them? And I was like, no, it's all publicly available information. I really don't like... So for those of you that stream in the chat, what are you using for music? Because I am not feeling this fucking music at all. This, like, Twitch... Right? And I used to work for attorneys. I know how much. Playlists. This is just all Monster Cat songs. So can we still use Pretzel? I was never clear if we could still use pretzel, because we can. Yeah, I'm just really not feeling any of these Spotify lists I've got. I keep pulling up. And maybe if my Stream Deck wants to act right, I can actually pull up pretzel. Yes, no. I have pretzel set up. It's even a shortcut in Stream Deck. Alright, let's hope we don't get kicked off the air for having pretzel. I don't know, they made such a big deal out of the fucking music. So yeah, by the way, if you get timed out here and then you try to whisper people, not gonna happen. You'll just get a ban. Okay. Well, I mean, in theory, you don't have to pay for Spotify unless you get premium. But yeah, other thoughts on this whole, hey, go, how are you? That's a cute emote. Other thoughts on this whole Highlander mentality when it comes to being marginalized and there can only be one, etc. I also got Lucid up in another tab. He's like still looking for this shiny Pokemon, which I don't get, but that's cool. I still want the new Pokemon game, but money. So yeah, what else is going on with folks? I have other stuff to talk about. I just don't want to. I don't want to go past this if people still have thoughts about the topic, because I get very tired of the there can only be one kind of mentality. No worries. Thanks, Trom. My guess is that is our banned child. Well, it also shows with who you bring with you. It's okay, sucks. Trom was on it. See, that's the kind of shit where I'm not going to respond to that right now. But later it may actually bother me. Because while I'm not a fucking conventionally attractive person, I really don't want someone to call me ugly first thing in the fucking morning. Oh yeah, there totally is. Wow, let me remember the email. No, because I haven't seen it. I have not seen anything because the Game Awards I think are today or tomorrow. Hang on, I'm looking for an email with the... Looking for an email. Book of Demons, Dungeons and Streamers. They're banned. How do they follow? How were they able to follow? You banned them. Hey, 10. Oh, great. That means they're gonna send a little fuck buddies with them. second. No, I'm reporting that account that just came in. And also, let's try not to use lame in that way, please. So yeah, what is on your mind? So we could do Dungeons and Streamers. That's got a setup for it. Is Dungeons and Streamers Book of Demons? That's what I was looking for. I'm not feeling this today. So yeah, what else is on your minds before we talk about packs? Maybe play this game for a little bit, and then we'll and then I'm gonna call it, because like I said, I got work to do. So yeah, that's a fun way to start the stream. Nice mic and throat. Yeah, so that's a fun way to start the stream. So what else is on your minds? Otherwise, I'm gonna start talking about PAX Unplugged, because now I'm just annoyed. Yeah. One thing I did get though is a fidget cube, which is this. It's from Level Up Dice. So it's hard to do one-handed and holding it up, but it's a fidget cube. And it comes in a holder like this, so you can actually have a nice little carry holder. So it is 4 six-sided dice. I'm sorry, 8 six-sided dice that are hinged together. But that was one of my purchases. I didn't spend a lot of money because Patreon didn't hit my account until I was home, until Monday morning. So, and ironically, while I was gone, the other fidget cube I ordered actually showed up. Well, I mean, INDG is actually good money-wise, but this was a personal purchase. So I was really tempted to buy a dice and make it a... Well, I did... Can't help you, champion. My hair has been growing for 9 years, so... once I get it out of the package, I'll tell you. It's like literally in a thing, and I can't open it. Oh, thanks, champion. It's like sealed close in the box. Yeah, I bought some Level Up dice, which I'll show you all once I can open this. This is child-proof and apparently Tanya-proof as well. Like, how do I get... Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is interesting. I feel like I would lose it though. Like, it's got a lot of cool things on it. So this is, if everyone remembers that Kickstarted Fidget Cube, so yeah, it's interesting. So if I want to keep this in my pocket versus the Level Up one, hey Brian, thanks for the host. So bok choy. This is something I was curious about. People create posts on social media asking, if you'd like to find more X creators, please recommend. They often get lambasted for asking instead of doing research. But how would you find more folks who represent the subject matter you want to research when Google isn't being helpful? Yeah, so Streamlabs is tied. So Streamlabs, because I set up Streamlabs as well, it shows the host instead of Cypher ROM for some reason. I feel two ways about it, Bok Choy. On the one hand, I feel like doing that is asking for a laundry list of people to harass sometimes. And I feel like there's a lot of like collect 'em all Pokemon type ways that happens. This is why when people kept asking for, oh, is there a directory of people of color in tabletop? And I was like, no. I'm not trying to create a laundry list for harassers. And images. Book of Demons. Actually, I think I saved this image already. I did, I just don't remember where. I don't know, it's weird because sometimes it just, especially people do that all the time, but it's like, okay, so you've recommended people, and what are they going to do with this information? Are they just going to follow me and soak up what I say? Oh. If I make a face, it's because I keep getting email notifications of YouTube comments. Hey, Simwife. I would say, you know, have a reason behind wanting to find creators. Like, I'm writing a campaign. I'd love to talk to someone about diversity consulting. Is there someone you'd recommend versus, I just want to follow all these POC people? This one was actually good. So far, they've all been nice. 4 of 4 have been nice comments. Oh, yay! What was the problem? Because I was like, where'd Malavant go? I just kind of hate that it's been that kind of a day already on stream. Sorry, I'm still annoyed. I'm annoyed. I also did buy some level up dice. Hey Dre, thanks for the host. So hopefully you all can see them. Hey Dre, thanks for the host. I get a shout out for Dre. Oh, I didn't even hold them up in front of the camera. So trying not to drop them out of the tray. Bye Wing Linus. So I don't know if you can actually see them. Yes, so these are blue sandstone. So I hate this, I can't tell which way I should. It's hard because the closer they get to the camera, the more out of focus they get. They're blue sandstone. And I got a pendant, which I need to find. So if you buy the semi-precious ones, you get a pendant with them. And then the other set I already owned, is the Pollock set that I bought at PAX West. It's hard to tell because the light's right over them and they're aluminium. That's probably the most I've ever paid for dice in my life. Yes. Yeah, I don't need any more dice. I shouldn't have spent that much money on them. And the great irony is that I couldn't bring myself to spend $75 on the PAX Unplugged hoodie, but I spent $80 on dice. So I don't know where my priorities are. Oh, and then I met Gabe, who a lot of you may have seen as having done the Dream Daddy cosplay as Matt the barista. He's super cute. Oh. Yes, and he gave me a copy of the game he wrote. So hopefully we'll get to play it soon. Hey, Pringtella. He might have. I didn't ask if he had oregano, Bokjoy. But yeah, he did his cosplay. His Dream Daddy cosplay. He also did some other cosplay the day I actually saw him. Thanks for the house prank. Alright. Who's Bree? Oh, hey, Bree. I was like, I looked right at it and didn't say, how are you? It is excellent. But yeah, we had some fuckery in chat, so that's always fun. It's always fun to start the stream like that. That's okay, I was really confused. Hey, Springleaf. So yeah. Well, one person who came in wanted to pull the I don't see color, and then they kept whispering people when we timed them out, so we just banned them. We're like, no. Hey, Texas Cub, how are you? Good morning. How are you? How have your streams been? I got to meet Texas Cub at TwitchCon. How are you? And you'll notice that we now have new resub alerts. Or resub. Not bad, just chatting for a bit before I get into a short game. There's a new game with Twitch integration, so I'm going to try that out. It officially comes out on the 13th. So yes, we're now a cult, by the way. I need to update it, though, because Cypher ROM is fine. We were talking about a bullshit article, quote-unquote, where I was profiled without anyone asking my permission, or so yeah, that's always fun. No, I didn't. I have not seen my Game Informer. Do you have a link, Malevant? I'm terrible. Well, Black Girl Nerds posits itself as the place. Oh, I'm sorry, what? That's interesting. Huh. Interesting. I should text him. No, not really. It's all public stuff that they pulled off of that they pulled off of social media profiles. Basically, they took the picture from my pinned tweet. Which I wonder how that will affect his streaming. Sorry, I was texting Mike. Yep. Well, it's not. It wasn't my art. It was a photo that they took off my pinned tweet, and interesting that his leaving AAA didn't last very long. Wonder what that'll mean for his streaming. Sorry. Currently Andy's in Montreal. Well, they got stuff wrong about Brown Girl Gamer Code. I'm curious. Yes. Apparently it's National Dice Day, so appropriate that we talked about dice. Or it was yesterday. Yeah, Andy's in Montreal. I didn't either. I just happened to see a tweet. He's moving there. Holy shit. Interesting. Interesting. Yep. You got the cage dice? Holy shit, I want those. I really want those. They are just not in my budget. I mean, I felt guilty spending $80 on these. I really want the cage dice. There was one of my friends talking about, like, they are the... Oh, no problem, Solus. Let me see if I can find a link. They're aluminum dice, aluminium. Let me see. Cage dice level up. See if I can find them on their site. Oh, they have... They're $175. Oh, I'm sorry. The stainless steel are $357. Oh my god, Go. You could have said hi. B, how are you? That is a super cute B emote. Neither do I. I mean, I don't really, but, well, we do because we have the show. I'm also making a face at some of the... Welp. I'm fair to Midland. I'm annoyed because we had fuckery as soon as I started the stream. So, yeah, they have bone dice, they have wood dice. There's so many dice. And we're working with them, and I can't wait till I can talk about it. They have gift cards. Oh, Malevent. They have Sith aluminum. They have Sith dice. I don't know if you're still here. There you go. They have Sith. Sith aluminium dice. No, just we had someone coming in. We were talking. So I was talking about the Black Girl Nerds thing and that article they did on us, on me and like 5 other people, and we were talking about you know, race and other things, and the whole you know, there can be only one, etc. And they're like, I don't see race, and we're like, oh fuck, here we go. And they kept going, like, we all bleed the same red blood, and I don't see color. Cool story, bro. You can go about your day. And I was like, okay. Melvin, you're ordering some right now, aren't you? Yeah, they did. And then they started messaging bok choy. So let's be clear. This is not a democracy. This space you are in is not a democracy. I don't know anyone the ability to stay here and say what the fuck they want. Just so we're clear. And that doesn't matter if I know you in person, I've been in your house, drank your food, drank your wine, ate your food. If you subscribe, don't subscribe. You can't come in this house and act a fool. So, end of. Oh yes, Sentai. Morning, Farwick. Sorry, Farwick. I have friends in many different places, and I was like, and we just gave them a timeout. It wasn't even a ban at first. It was a take 10 minutes. Oh, that's bullshit, Bree. That's bullshit. And then someone else just came in and flat out just said, I'm so fucking ugly. And I was like, okay. Okay. So, they just got a straight up ban. But it was like gibberish name. And I was like, okay. Here we go. So, yeah. It's okay, Furwick. Lurk away. You don't have to say a word if you're here. I just appreciate people hanging out. Although it does interest me, and I've noticed this, and this isn't me complaining. Numbers go down when we switch to a game. So do you all like talk show more? Because there's only so much shit I can talk about. And granted, so one thing you all should know. We'll fix that, Malevent. We'll do a campaign on Roll20, because I want to run Dragon Age for people. Nora's not played it. Mark Mir wants to play. I would love to get Matt Mercer on a game that is not streamed, where he actually gets to play. Yeah, there's a Dragon Age RPG, Bok Choy. And that was the other thing I picked up. Well, I should say Green Ronin gave this to me. So this is the compendium with all the books. I'd be DMing. So when the Dragon Age RPG came out, it was a box set, which I've also got. This is not the deluxe version. This is just all 3 books put into one volume. And this is the same cover as the deluxe edition. Don't steal my... Don't steal! Don't steal from me! Fuck, that's loud. Yes, so there is a Dragon Age RPG, and January, February, the source book with the canon characters will be out. So that means we could have Fenris, Bull, and I've seen it because I know the folks at Green Ronin. Hey GM, how are you? Yeah, so my pre-order on Amazon was actually canceled because it hadn't come out in time. Okay, this music is like... Fenris will be in every campaign. Yeah, so it was supposed to be out in November, but I think they're waiting on... They're waiting on something on the Green Ronin side. Hang on. Actually, let me look it up. Amazon, because Amazon canceled my order. Dragon Age. Oh, and you can get Faces of Thetis. So it didn't come out on the Amazon date, but this is the book I'm talking about. What's getting ridiculous? Interview with who, Bree? I mean, Bull will be down with it. I do have Hard in Hightown. Sorry, I'm multitasking. The irony of Google. So Google's email to me offering me a deal on a Pixel was marked as spam by Google. They have baby Doc Martens. Let me stop. They have kid-sized Doc Martens. It's $125 off. Not 100 for 125. It's 125 off the phone. But I find it hilarious that Google's own, hey, buy this thing, email was sent to. Sorry, I'm being terrible in DMs with Andy while we stream. So Bok Choy, I've got DA on every system you can have it. Which one would you like to know about? Because I have DAI on PC, PS4, and Xbox, and I've got DAO and DA2 on PC, and I will have DA2 on Xbox because it's free this month with Xbox Gold. Debating if I want to get all the add-ins and everything. Maybe so for DA2, my canon Hawk, which is a self-hating mage Hawk who hates being a mage and blames himself for everyone dying. For DAI, my first one, because I played a Dalish Elf Inquisitor who romanced Dorian. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot to chat about now that we went on around 9, so it's been an hour and a half. But let's do this. Let's, oh fuck, I don't know if this game is in the directory yet. I did not talk about Tumblr, actually. I was also trying to set up Book of Demons. No, not in depth. Man, fuck Tumblr at this point. I mean, I've been on there like 5-6 years. And I'm just like, they're punishing people unnecessarily, and instead of doing something about their problems, they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna cool story, champion. Not all of us have that privilege. I know, Simwife, I know, but it's hard because I don't know what else to do with it. Because at that point, like, some innocent stuff is getting marked like pictures of dinosaurs. And what's funny is on my side blog, my NSFW side blog, stuff is really hardcore. Pillow Fort's still down as far as I know. I just signed up on Newgrounds. I didn't know what it was. Who the fuck are you? Sorry, I got a random friend request. And I'm like, who are you? And we have to have people in common for anyone to send me a Facebook. No. Okay, I don't know how they sent me a request because we don't have anyone in common. I mean, I've got some explicit stuff on my side blog. Some of it got... I don't know what you're talking about. That should have got timed out too, though. Not sure what... Let's see, what did you try to say? Not sure why. Oh, you know why? Because Springleaf is a VIP. And I think some VIP overrides other stuff. That's why. You are a new member of the community. You don't have a status yet. You're not regular. But VIP badge overrides a lot of things. Although it shouldn't override Nazi. That is on the banned words list. Huh. I'm not sure how I feel about that because there's still words I don't want in the chat, regardless of who it is. Interesting. Yeah, there's some like really NSFW Eddie Venom art I reblogged on my side blog, not flagged. Actual people, flagged. No, it's fine, Springleaf. I didn't catch that it went through. Hi, Ambelina. Welcome. Sorry about the not acknowledging your follow immediately. So, let's fire up this game. Let's see how it works. Close Origin, because Origin always wants to take up bandwidth. So hang out for a little bit. I'm starting up this game. We can keep talking. I'm just starting this up so we can, And of course I moved the icon before I started it. Good job, me. Hopefully Book of Demons doesn't, like, just take over everything. And I can also... It's okay, Bray.